This short video is about the use and application of knurled brass thumb nuts and coupling nuts. Thumb nuts were used from the earliest days of scientific instruments, on the machines used to make them, and for watch and clockmakers' tools. In fact, anywhere where adjustment or a clamping action was required. This photograph is of a tool clamp incorporating knurled brass nuts, which I made myself in the metalwork class at school. It is still doing sterling service after many years' use. Knurled items were made with the use of a knurling tool as shown in this illustration. This was fitted in the tool post of a lathe, the round brass bar being clamped in the chuck. The tool has two hardened steel cylindrical knurls at the end, one having grooves around its perimeter cut at an angle in a right-hand direction. The other knurl is the same except that it is cut in a left-hand direction. The tool is pressed against the surface of the work, which as it rotates also causes the knurls to rotate, forming the familiar diamond pattern. This method is still used for smaller quantities, but for mass-produced items, automatic machines are now used. We now come to the use and application of knurled brass nuts. In Sketch A, we see it being used where ready access is required to the inside of a metal cabinet or machine, because it would be too cumbersome having to remove the access cover by means of a spanner every time. In Sketch B, the knurled nut is shown being used on an electrical terminal for low voltage work. Sketch C shows a method of providing adjustable pressure on a compression spring fitted round a screw thread. The application in Sketch D is the same as the tool clamp shown earlier. Sketch E is a somewhat more elaborate use than that shown in Sketch A. A pair of steel lugs are welded to the framework with an eye bolt fitted between them by means of a pivot pin. The cover has a slot as shown, through which the eye bolt passes, being secured by the knurled nut. When the cover is to be removed, the nut is slackened, allowing the eye bolt to swing away from the cover on the pivot pin. As it drops down at the side of the frame, the cover is lifted off. Sketch F shows a hole clamp, used where the items to be clamped have matching holes. Sketch G shows the bolt passing through a slot, giving a variable positioning device. A series of holes can be used as an alternative. We now come to the same item being used as a coupling nut for joining two lengths of screwed rod. A hexagon nut is fitted to the ends of both screwed rods, positioned half the length of the coupling nut from the end. Both rods are then screwed into the coupling nut, so they meet in the centre, both hexagon nuts being then tightened up. A tip here on working with screwed rod. Fit two hexagon nuts as shown, one being tightened up against the other, finishing with the flats being in line with each other. This can then be used for clamping the screwed rod in a vise without damaging the thread. Also, when cutting, screw on a nut first. After filing the end smooth, the nut is removed, which clears the thread. Sketch I shows a method of providing adjustment to a moving part in a machine, utilizing a pair of screwed rods and 4 knurled nuts. For those wishing to purchase knurled brass thumb and coupling nuts on eBay, the details are now on the screen.